Good evening, hi, it's 5:30. And this evening, we're going to discuss some of the passions of Cotton Mather. Much like his father, Increase Mather, Cotton Mather held strong to a lifelong vision and accompanying concern regarding both the proper sculpting of a Puritan New World and thereby the reflected state of affairs at Harvard College. Much of Cotton's concern was based upon the notion that the college was drifting away from its initial and intended purpose of providing a scholarly education to a pious and devout breed of ministers, whereby this vision was to be implemented in a thorough and appropriate fashion. Cotton felt that amongst other issues that should be addressed, that the atmosphere and curriculum at the college had deviated from the core teachings and become too liberal to affect its intended purpose. He also had strong concern as to whether or not the tutors were academically adept enough in their intellectual teaching capacities to provide the required training. The methodology involved on the selection of college presidents also concerned Mather, as he felt his personal qualifications were superior to some of the selected presidents at the time. Much of Cotton Mather's less than reformative initial attitude towards a staunch and rigorous Puritan basis for the Harvard curriculum can be seen through his upbringing and early influences. Throughout his youth, Mather was inculcated by prayer and devout study towards the furthering of the Puritan vision of a new world, wherein appropriate discourse and learning on brought one closer to their faith and ultimately God. Being an adept scholar in both Greek and Latin, Mather passed the entrance exams to Harvard with ease and was admitted at the young age of 12. Through the furthering of his academic prowess, Cotton became acutely immersed in both Puritan ideology and the state of affairs at his alma mater. Having received his MA degree at the mature age of 18, Cotton therefore devoted much of his life to the profession of writing and living out the goodness of the Puritan um, lifestyle. Though most notably regarded as a Renaissance humanist in his writings, wherein much of the emphasis on scholarly transmission was based upon classical thought and prose, Cotton was noted as esteeming himself as a serious historical scholar. Therefore, this rigorous bent of intellectual preference made no small influence on Mather's particular and enduring emphasis on academic excellence and the accommodating furthering of the Puritan faith based upon the quality of ministers trained by Harvard. Ultimately, the scholarly and enduring balance of Cotton Mather has in many ways resounded through the following centuries of prestige and growth of Harvard University. In his youth, Mather was known for not only as an established biblical scholar, but also as an experimental thinker and contributor to the sciences. His particular noted areas of interest in medicine was noted for, amongst other things, at establishing preventive inoculation against the smallpox virus. Therefore, if indeed the Puritan way of life ultimately vanished into American historical thought, the rigorous training insisted upon by Cotton Mather has resounded through many years of overall academic excellence and influence at Harvard University.